Alright, I got the BD diesel exhaust manifold off of the 5.7 in my Ram, and I found that there was quite a bit of oil everywhere, which is, I guess, what I was smelling burning. I thought it was like water or something because it had kind of a funky smell to it, but I guess it was oil, maybe mixed with water because the condensate line for the AC is right there, so it's probably just mixing everything up and burning everything. But yeah, I got the manifold off. I only broke one bolt, which was on here, the flange, so I'll have to get another bolt for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go up top and start working on the valve cover and the coils and everything so we can get this cylinder head replaced. When I initially tried to fix the hemi tick, I tried to weld some nuts to this, but my welding experience wasn't the greatest, so none of them stuck. And I ended up buying that Lyle kit that kind of bolts to the head, and then you're supposed to drill it out. Well, as you can see, I did not drill it out straight. I may have hit an oil passage or something in the head to cause it to leak slowly. I know there is a depth gauge or a certain depth you're supposed to drill it out to with that Lyle kit, and maybe I went a little too far. So you live and you learn. So now I have to replace the cylinder head on my Ram. So yeah, let's go up top and start working on getting the top done, taken apart. So yeah. Alright, this is where I'm stopping for today. I got the intake manifold off. I got all the mouse nests and droppings cleaned up. I used the carbide scraper to clean that head because I'm not removing it. This head I don't really care about. It's coming off and we're going to put the new one on. So I got the BD manifold off. It says to take off the alternator and the AC compressor to get the intake manifold off, but I was able to get it off without removing that. That was the Haynes manual, so that probably saved quite a bit of time. For the next part, I'll start throwing the head on, or maybe the next part of this video. It all depends how I'm going to edit it. There might be two separate videos since I'm kind of taking my time and learning along the way. These aren't even torqued down really hard. That's all. Didn't even need to break them loose. But I'm doing it like the manual says. I just don't want to screw anything up more than I already have. So it doesn't hurt to loosen them in the sequence. And considering these heads or these valve covers haven't been off this truck in 130,000 miles in 16 years. So kind of excited to see what's hiding out under them. There we go. Oh yeah. Well, two of the spark plug gaskets decided to stay behind. The valve cover's finally off. Just need a little bit of love. Doesn't look bad in there. It actually looks pretty nice. I like to think that I took very good care of this motor. Doesn't have high idle time. And I think I bought it, when I bought it, it had 30,000 miles on it, so I've owned it for 10 years now. Now I'm going to read the manual and see what comes next. I want to say I take off the rocker arms. I'd like this truck to last long. No, there we go. All right. Rocker arms are out, the bolts are out, so the head should come off. I guess we're going to give it a try. Might have to get a hammer and a block of wood. That is what the manual suggests to do. So, but this is pretty much how I got everything laid out. So you got front of the engine, passenger side, you got intake on top. So this is your intake. You can tell by the eye on the rockers. Then the shorter rods are for the intake, the longer rods are for the exhaust. This is your exhaust one. And I got the bolts all laid out and the valve cover. So I got everything laid out. So now I'm gonna hopefully be able to get this out of here. I'm gonna have to maneuver it around some wires and stuff. I should have disconnected this stuff, but why do extra work if I can get that out without it? So we'll see. If I end up disconnecting it, you'll know because you'll probably see it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much how far I am right now. About halfway, I would say, done. Just got to pop this off, and installation should hopefully go way easier. So we'll see. That's split. Okay, I think we're gonna make a big ass mess. I'll show you how to work this harness. Okay, there we go. You shouldn't hold this up. Cylinder head's off. Draining the coolant definitely keeps you from making a really big mess, which is nice. I was expecting a lot more coolant to come out. Yeah, there's that 13 millimeter ground that's on the back of the head. Don't forget that. But yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. First time pulling the head off of a 5.7 Hemi, and it's not a bad thing. I think anybody with a decent set of tools can definitely get this done. I did remove the harness. As you can see, it's out of my way now. It makes for a whole lot more room. So this is my little parts table set up. So now that I got the old cylinder head down, I put all my bolts in there in order. But let's take a look. I don't know how you can see that, but you see how it's kind of like off-centered. Probably pull it away. But yeah, you can definitely see it. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up the mating surface now and get the new head gasket ready to go on, and then get everything, cylinder head and everything, ready to go on. And hopefully, I might have this done tonight. If not, I will definitely have it done tomorrow, and hopefully back on the road. Alright, I got the cylinder head clean as I'm going to get it. I did notice there was some pitting on it, so I couldn't really get it. I didn't really want to go too hard on it. So I got what I could. I'm debating whether spraying the gasket with copper or not. So, but new goodies right there. And then the new gasket, new mopar gasket, and reman cylinder head from Rock Auto. So yeah, should be back together fairly shortly.